Hey kids, you're never gonna guess. I got my path up, I brought the four-wheeler down, I took it back up, and there was a bear up on top. So I hopped off the four-wheeler. You realize that damn thing got on my four-wheeler and took off with it. That low down, no account. And it wasn't even a bear, it was a bear. It was a bear with deer antlers. Son of a buck. Well, anyways, just kidding. Four-wheeler's down here. It worked. I went up and down. It's not too bad. I mean, as long as I flutter it all the way up, it gets all the way up there. So, once the leaves get out of here and I'm grabbing on dirt, it'll be a little bit better. But for the meantime, I can park it down here where I'm working. Yeah. More access to my tools and the gas, and I don't gotta keep hauling everything up the hill. So, while I was up there, I just put the saw on there because I don't know about any more wood cutting today. But I'm going to back the four-wheeler up over here, somewhere over in here. You know, one of those things. Right? We're going to put it over there. And then we're going to see about moving that big pile of brush that's over there to over here. There. I'll probably put most of it over here. I cut this one up, cut this big old log up, moved it, and then I cut up that one over there. And you gotta, just kind of got to stack it in here, such and such, to where I can get a good pile stack going. Get off me, tree. Now I sound like a damn bear. And all these damn things, brambles, they suck. Anyway, I got to straighten out one log there and then pull that one down. Kind of start laying it on here and just keep throwing more stuff. Throw some of these bramble type thingies on here, weeds and stuff. I got like that tree, little bush that I cut down out of there, and a couple of them I got to cut over here and just stack them on top so it kind of holds the weight of the next bunch. Throw some leaves on there and it'll just keep stacking. This one over here I'm not too worried about at the minute. We'll get to that one in a little while. But most everything on this stack over here is going over there. Except for the big logs, I'll just put them over here. Put them over here and get them out of the way. So yeah. And then at some point in time, if I've got time today, probably tomorrow, I'll go up there and cut that up into just big logs and roll them down to where I can get at them and cut them up there. Somewhere up in here. Cut those all up. I'll bring the shovel up tomorrow and the axe. And the shovel will go ahead and start making my little ledges for the wood. I'll start up on the upper one and then I'll just graduate them down. They don't have to be that much down, just probably about that much. Just enough to where I put the logs on there, it'll hold the dirt. Go down and start scarfing off, make it straight. Put the logs on there, and then the logs, the wood logs, will sit there and hold the upper ones. So, as long as the upper one's real good, and then I'll be able to do the rest of it. And that won't take big logs. That'll just take real small, maybe 3-4 inch diameter trees. Like there's a couple there, but I'm not taking those. No, I want to keep this all good and going. Might take like, there's a good one right there, pretty straight. I can get 2 or 3 out of them, maybe 4 out of one tree. Want to take as few trees as I can. because I'm going to go up there to get the log trees. I've got all the way around. I've got my little chariot, and I can take the log and nail it onto my chariot, and then take the end of the log and tie it off to the back of the four-wheeler, and I can drag it with the four-wheeler. So, yeah, we'll do it that way. Keeps me from getting too damn tired. Well, I'll drop off the log up top, and then I'll just manhandle it down with the chariot wherever I'm going to go with it. I'll probably come sideways with it, drop them in there, and then just pull them down to where I can work at them over here, and then move them over here to where I'm building. That's if I decide to take the stuff off of them. If not, like the bark, if not, I'll just bring them up there, and then I'll slide them down the hill and put them on. And I could just keep clearing out all the debris and stuff. Like all these leaves. These leaves are going to go over there. After I move a bunch of this, I'm going to move some of this over there. Get a bunch of leaves, throw it on top. Move a bunch of this over there. Take a bunch of leaves and sticks and stuff, throw it on top. We just keep mounding that stuff up. So, yeah, and I've only got a couple soda cans here, and fire's about ready to go out, which is fine because it's getting close to 80 degrees. We don't need it no more. But yeah, as long as I can get the four-wheeler up and down out of here, I'm gooders. I'm really gooders. I like that. So when I move the wood pile over here, and get it all busted up, stacked, then I don't have to add the fire right here. What I can do is just throw rounds over here, bring them in there, bust them up, and stack them. It's real close stacking, and it won't be that far. Just come out through these rocks and around to get into the cabin. It won't be that much. And I can even put the fireplace to the front of the cabin. We can do that. So anyways, and we got all kinds of plans for that. Yes, we do. Because we're gonna not put that little heater stove in this one. We're going to make sure that everything's right and tight with the rocks and whatever I'm going to use for it. I will probably use rocks, but what we're going to do is, instead of just having whatever it is going up, I'm going to use the stovepipe. That way it doesn't leak out around. It'll keep the rocks rather warm when I'm doing it. And yeah, I've got enough to do quite a bit. And then I've got the one that'll, if I have to, I can use it to go through the ceiling. I don't have to though. I might. All depends on how tall I make that. I could put that little round piece through the ceiling and then either cock it up or whatever, because that doesn't get hot. It's an insulated pipe. And then just bring the actual stovepipe up and through. I can use a smaller piece. And then put a top ring cap on it, and it won't be that much out of the top. So, that's the plan, Stan. That's what we're going to do. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to move that pile over to there, finish cleaning up the rest of this garbage, and all the rocks that I'm finding, I'm just piling them up over here. Less rocks to pull off the hill, even though I have quite a few here. We will do what we need to do with the shovel and stuff tomorrow by start to set footings in here, because I'm going to cut some logs, at least 3 of them that are decent, real decent size, and put them in here. So that means tomorrow morning or later today, I'm going to go up to the other cabin and go get my chariot. And my tarp. I need my tarp too. That way I can, ain't nobody coming up here right now, so I can throw the tarp over the split wood when I get it split. Eventually I will be bringing up some tin. There is some tin metal around. I could use that, but I've got some tin metal down at the house. We're going to bring that up. I'm going to zip cut it to the width that I need. And then we will stick that on the top to keep the wood happy. I will probably end up putting a post or something in on each side so I can stack the wood on it. Don't know. We're gonna see. I mean, I'm gonna have some pretty good stacks of wood. I may run them out longer, cut those two out of there, and just run them longer. That way I can come up and then I can build something over here on the side to where it'll stand up. I'll just dig them down in, set them up in there, and whatever. The least amount of holes, the better. So, anyways, fire's going out, and I'm standing right in the middle of the smoke trail. But we're going to start moving that over there. So that means I got to move my four-wheeler. I can take it up top if I want to. And because I'm not going to use any of the nails or the hammer. I don't need my coat and stuff. Got everything I need down here. The only thing I'll have, well, don't need the chainsaw. It's already loaded up and ready to go. So I bet I can put everything on the four-wheeler, take it up, and come back down and do what I need to do down here. So we might as well do that, sports fans. Pull the four-wheeler out of here, get it up on top. That way when I'm ready to, I can just go up top and get out of here. Because I don't think I'm going to be cutting anything else. Nope, I don't think I'm going to be cutting anything else. Tomorrow I'll sharpen the chainsaw up and cut that up there, get that rolled down. And we'll bring the digging tool, cut down a couple little trees, and we'll put those in there until it gets the wood off the ground, get airflow up underneath, and it'll dry out. As long as you got air through this stuff, it will dry. A lot of it is dry, not quite all the way dry, but dry enough. But we're going to dry it. That way it's ready to go. It might be dry on the outside. Say like these are dry down to about here, but they're so tightly packed that when you split them, if you look, they're still wet. A little bit wet. This is a lot wet because this one's oak. There's a lot of oak in here that needs to be split up to dry out. It's going to take a while for it to dry out. So anyways, kids, that's what we're going to do for the rest of the day. We're going to load up the four-wheeler, get it ready to rock and roll. That way when I get out of here, I can just get on it and go. Because I think the chainsaw's nice and tight, close enough. Yep. There we go. Now we're tight. All right. I'm going to put my coat and stuff on here. About the only thing I'm going to leave down here is my drinks. And I'm going to back this thing up and turn it around. And just back right up into there. Pull it, back it up, pull it forward, back it up, and out I go. So we're going to put the nails and the hammer back in here. I'll put my coat and stuff on here. I'll just put it on my lap as I go up, and I'll put it up here. My hoodie will go on my bag. So, yeah, we'll have all that stuff for tomorrow. Tomorrow! And we'll just pull it up there, and that way everything's out of my way to pull all these logs and stuff over and start packing it up here, whatnot. And I'll just keep you sports fans in my pocket. So, till in a little bit. See ya!